Hey everybody, let me go ahead and say up front, possible trigger warning. I'm going to be talking about suicide and suffering. Maybe choosing suffering over suicide. I have been suicidal more than a couple times in my life. Typically, when I was suicidal, and even recently having been suicidal, it was getting in that month where you're getting used to a new medication. One of the side effects is that it can cause you to be suicidal. And I have genuinely been in that place a few times in my life. As I said, typically that. But I've also been there when I was most mentally ill, when I had the complete nervous breakdown when I was 26 years old. I was having such hallucinations, night terrors, delusions, just so much going on that I thought, how could hell be worse? Yeah, raised with Christian beliefs, if you kill yourself, you're going to hell. And I'm thinking, how could hell be worse? But, that comes down to individuals' beliefs, and I don't try to go against or offend anyone, not Christians, not whatever your religious preference is, as long as you have someone that you believe in that's higher than a human, someone that loves you, a higher power, whatever name you call them, as long as they love you unconditionally. I think that there are cases with mental illness where suicide, I think God is like, yeah, they suffered enough. We're not going to send them to hell. That's just my personal take. Sometimes pressure gets to be so much. Having a starter go out in your vehicle and not having the money to replace it. Having to feel so humiliated asking family members who are just trying to get by also to help you with what was supposed to cost a little over $100 that ended up being $240, and then having a friend repair the car because we couldn't afford to repair the car, that kind of thing. Paychecks not lasting long enough, living outside of my means, being with someone who lives outside of his means, maybe not being as emotionally or mentally as mature as I think I should be at this age, and comparing myself to people. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure, and it causes a lot of suffering up here. That's why I took my first lithium today. It made me feel very weird. I took it very early this morning, and I believe it's around 3 o'clock, and my head is just now starting to clear. And that was off the lowest dose available. Now, with suffering, I choose to suffer, and I will not kill myself, for the simple fact that our family has already endured a suicide. And when I tell you it rocked us to the ground, it did. This young man was only 21. And now no one will get to hug him again until we get to heaven. I hope that everything I've been taught my whole life is real. I hope there's a heaven. But I will not kill myself and put my family through that. And I won't disrespect God that way, because He made me. I had a very vivid dream once when I was going through some very deep suffering. And I saw myself get to heaven. I was standing there in front of St. Peter, and he's got the book open, and I'm telling, I'm confessing my sins and apologizing, and he's just like, why should I let you into heaven? And Jesus was there, and he just threw his hand up and he said, stop. She's good, just stop. And I looked over, and I saw Christ, and I just went over and fell down at his feet. And it was like, I'm so sorry. And I remember just kissing his feet, and him reaching his hand down and pulling me up, and him saying, it's okay. And he opened the gates to heaven, and I walked in, and it was warm. It was the perfect temperature, and it was so peaceful and so full of love. And my mom came running up, and this was before she even passed away. She came running up. She brought my 2 babies that I had miscarried. And God said to me in that moment, this is a dream. I wanted you to see what heaven was like, so that you would have something to hold on to. And he literally told me, if every day of your life is the shittiest day imaginable, that's okay, because humanity is over in the blink of an eye, but heaven is eternal. So, when somebody wants to come down on you, when you think you're doing the right thing and it doesn't please anyone, when you have expectations on yourself that you don't meet, just remember, we're all on borrowed time. And who knows, just maybe, when this life is over, maybe there's something better to come. If you don't believe in heaven, maybe reincarnation, maybe the next life will be better. Or just maybe in an hour or a day or 2 days, you won't be crying and making a video like this. Try to hold on and try to get through. Suffering is better than making a permanent decision from a temporary situation. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching.